Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you had a good weekend. Man, the weather was just beautiful. The thing was great. Both days, Saturday and Sunday, was just fantastic. So I hope all of you guys got a chance to get out and enjoy some of that nice weather. So I think to start off, we're going to go ahead and hit a few low points. I think, actually, let's do a little sandwich. We're going to do high point, maybe a low point, maybe another high point, and end it at that. I think then to start off with a high point, I really think the way that Dr. Talbot was explaining it a few weeks ago in class, that they like to see this overall progression, from student to LA, eventually TA, and then beyond. I think without taking this class and just going straight from student to TA, man, that would be a difficult challenge. When you have to grade and you have the responsibility of teaching these students. I think without having any prior knowledge on how to do that, it would be really difficult. I think about these times where during the semester, I had started, guiding one of the students in a certain direction about a topic and realized that I was going the complete wrong direction. And I mean, if you're TAing or even teaching for that matter, it's, like what Dr. Talbot said on Friday, what do you do with that? You're leading them down the wrong path. Do you fake it until you make it, or do you say, hey, look, I made a mistake, and then by saying that, do you lose respect? I guess you never really know until it happens. But so I'm really, really fortunate and glad that I was accepted for this program, and that I'm able to. So next semester in the fall, I've been picked up to TA for the chemistry lab, and then also in the spring, then I'll TA for chemistry lab. But I also was picked up for a TAing position in a human physiology class. So I'm really excited about that one. So I think that taking this class really gave me the edge to, for one, even get a position like that, and two, I know it will give me the edge to be a successful TA and really be able to help and guide and teach some of these students what they need to know, so they can further their understanding, which I think is going to be great. Downside, so let's, back to our little, plus minus plus sandwich here. One definite low, I would say, of this semester was realizing, I think, how much you have to put into teaching, and not only that, but you hear these experiences that some of the LAs are happening, and it seems like sometimes the mentor that you're working with, just isn't quite working with you in the same manner, and sometimes you kind of wonder, did I pick the wrong one? Did I pick the wrong class to LA for? And it could just be because the ones that the faculty member that we're working with just isn't as involved as, say, some of the others. I don't know. And so that's definitely a low. I honestly think I put in more than 10 hours a week, and the rewards that I got out of it, the mentoring and all that stuff, this didn't equate. Like, it didn't add up, And so hopefully in the future that gets better. I don't know if there's really a solution for that, but another high, I think, to kind of get off that low side, but another high, definitely working with the students, and man, when they get those moments where you've been working on an issue together or a problem together, and all of a sudden they get it, like they have this epiphany, or the light bulb goes on, or whatever you want to say. It's awesome. I think that's, for me, that was one of those great feelings that you go through all the struggle and then it works, and it's just great. So definitely last high. Well, I got one more actually. So I would say the number one thing that I took away, two things I took away from this class. One, especially in the sciences, never lose sight of the big picture. This idea of being able to think abstractly, and not just get so wrapped up in the minutia of what we're learning. It's really easy to do, just to get so wrapped up in that small things, we're learning about a single cell or a single bacteria or whatever it is. Sometimes, and I learned this through this class, you have to step away. You got to step away from that and look big picture here, and use this way of, analyzing, this analytical thinking. I think that is crucial, especially just to stay on task. It's easy to get wrapped up in kind of, especially in some of these labs, and losing the big picture and, what am I doing? And, but I think if you can always relate back to that big picture learning, big picture stuff, I think it really keeps you focused and in line. And then secondly, Dr. Talbot, this idea of building mental models. Ever since we talked about that in the beginning of the semester, I've started to do that this semester for the classes of my own. It's just made just a tremendous difference. Even just the capacity of learning on my end is so much greater. It's not about memorization anymore. It's how do you organize this information into ways you can remember it and then apply it. I think that's the key part to this. And so how do I now take this from what I've learned, and when I TA the next year, how do I give that to my students? How do I pass that on? That's definitely going to be some thought for this summer. I'm going to spend quite a bit of time on that and see if I can come up with a good solution. So, Dr. Talbot, awesome class. I'm really fortunate that I took this, or was able to take this, got selected to take this, and so I look forward to working with you in the future.